I know you heard that song. Sun's coming up. I got grits on the griddle, cakes on the griddle. Anyhow, it was a good song. You see that old sun shining? Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit this morning about what you need to do in order to purchase a piece of land at auction. Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to inspect the land. So you see I'm out here. I'm standing out here on this road, and I'm just going to start walking, and I'm going to start looking at the piece of property. Now, a lot of times we sell these pieces of land in tracts, and they're smaller tracts. You don't have to buy 100 acres, but if you want 100 acres, you can buy 100 acres. That's okay. But on any size of piece of property that you buy, you need to get out and you need to inspect the property. Because when you buy the property at auction, ladies and gentlemen, it is yours. If you've ever watched me on Texas Flip and Move, and everybody wonders why I say those little outlandish, crazy little spills about if you find something other somewhere. Well, let me tell you why. Because at auction, you buy as is, where is, with any and all faults. That means if you come out here on this tract of land and you go to digging around and you find a 1942 Army tank buried out here, well, you know what? You better figure out what you're going to do with it because it's yours. Now, those are the things, and I'm being serious about this now, those are the things that you need to understand when you're buying at auction. So, you're buying it as it is. However, now, it doesn't mean that you're going to get a lot of people worry about liens and other things. If you buy at a foreclosure auction or something other like that, you may have to be cautious about how you do that. Or other auctions, you need to read the terms and conditions. Now, in my 20 years of experience, I have pretty much encountered all the land that we've sold with clear title. Now, there's some legal definitions to clear title. I just want to tell you, I'm not the lawyer, I am not the attorney, but we do employ a closing agent to do all of the legal transaction in the paperwork. In most cases, and I'm going to stress, in most cases, a person buys a piece of property and they're going to get what is referred to as marketable title. That means that you can buy the piece of property and you can sell it to somebody else and so forth. Now, there may be exclusions. One of those exclusions may be that there may be a gas pipeline or other kind of utility easement that is adjacent to the property or crosses the property. The closing agent, the attorneys, or someone of legal stature will make those determinations, and if you get a title policy, it'll be written in them exceptions, and you can accept that or not accept it. Now, you need to listen prior to the auctioneer's announcements before you make your bid, because those may be part of the exceptions in the purchase. And if you purchase and the auctioneer has made the announcements you are buying this subject to, well, then you may be legally bound to purchase. Now, what I advise you to do is get your legal counsel, get your CPA, get somebody involved when you come out and purchase. We want you to make a good purchase, but you are buying the property in its current conditions. Now, the seller may come out here and they may do some mowing, they may do some cleaning up, but you know what? A lot of cases they don't. The fence row is how it was in 1959, and that same fence is still standing there. Well, brothers and sisters, when you buy that piece of land, you're going to buy that same fence. The seller's not going to come out there and fix the fence. So keep these things in mind. Walk the property. Look at the property prior to bidding on the piece of property. Walk the fence lines. If you can tell where the property line is, walk the property line. Get out and take a look at, okay, well, I want to build a house here. Understand, when you have purchased this piece of property, that it is yours. And once all the transactions are finished, we just want you to be in a position to say, hey, I done this on my own accord. I bought it, I looked at it, I inspected it. Now, this is a bit of warning right here. If you don't inspect it, that's on you. Now, you need to inspect prior to bidding, prior to the auction's over. Because if you don't, and you've had the opportunity to do so, well, I'll just say this. You just need to come out and take a look beforehand, before you purchase anything at auction. And I hope you make a good purchase. A lot of people do. A lot of people say, hey, I got a deal on that piece of property, and that's okay. If the seller's happy and the buyer's happy, everybody's happy if you make that good deal. So come on out here, get online at MyersJackson.com or call me toll free 833-839-1234. I'll tell you what you need to do to register and get ready to buy a piece of land in Texas.